big
Thank
story.
you.
So, what is your vision at X Accelerator?
So at Devex, we believe that the workspaces that are required to be innovative in nature, we intend to transform the way people use workspaces. That is where we want to create a dent, and that impact needs to be created in tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, because we believe that is where the new Bharat is getting built.
Sure. And why are these tier 2, tier 3 cities more profitable than the tier 1s?
Well, in tier 1 cities, what there are two reasons, right? In tier 1 cities, there's a lot of competition. A, hence, because of that price war, ultimately customer would be able to fetch a price which is much more beneficial towards the customer. B, the prices of real estate are very high in tier 1 cities. Just to cite an example, in Mumbai, we typically take a property between 100 to 150 rupees per square feet on super builder. When it comes to tier 2 cities, we take up a property anywhere between 35 rupees per square feet to 50 rupees per square feet,
Okay.
which essentially means that the price is one third of the price point that we are taking up in tier 1 cities. And that results into higher margins in tier 2 cities. Second, that increases the loyalty from the customers as well, because there's no price war. I mean, there's no high competition as compared to tier 1 cities. So that's the gist for me as to why we operate in tier 2 cities. A, it gives us higher margins. B, it gives us loyalty from the customers. And hence, if you see our books, the attrition levels on the bigger enterprise clients is extremely low.
All right. And how do you go about choosing a property, and how do you deal with your tenants? What is the typical tenure?
Sure. So I believe that the entire strategy that is defined in our business is much more on the supply side. So the assets that we onboard are very critical for us. We are very picky and choosy when it comes to taking on board the new asset. It has to be grade A asset, depending in a grade A micro market, and coming from a grade A developer. There are three strong filters that we put on the asset side, and these are mandatory ones.
Sure.
There are certain tick marks that we want, somewhere around 45 to 50 pointers that are there, wherein the asset needs to clear before we start even assessing that. So that's one aspect of our supply chain strategy. How this helps into retaining of the client is because grade A assets are not abundantly available in tier 2 cities. They are very less in number. And if I get the first hand access to tier 2 cities ka grade A assets, it gives me the liberty to have the client for longer duration. That is where you win loyalty. That is when you win higher margins.
Sure. And what is the typical size tenure of your tenants?
So on supply side, as in the real estate that we onboard, it is anywhere between 2 years to 4 years. So the agreement tenure is 9 years. So my lock-in is 3 years, and my agreement tenure is 9 years. On the demand side, this is my customer side, my lock-in is at least 3.5 years, and agreement tenure is between 5 years to 7 years.
Okay. And can you share some global trends in the flex industry?
So globally, flexible office spaces has been evolving left, right, and center. Unfortunately, since the last 3 years, it has been downsized in outside APAC market because coming back to office has not been so prominent in the western part of the globe. However, co-working still persists there. Within co-working, I mean within the flexible office space industry, obviously India has kind of come up with its own version of flexibility, which is called managed office space.
Yes.
Managed office space is not heard of outside APAC market. It is more of an Indianized version of how we adopt flexibility. It is on an extremely rising trend. Just to help you with the numbers, today we are at 80 million square feet of consumption by a flexible office space industry. It is targeted, it is presumed to be reaching 150 million square feet in the next 2 years of time. That is the size of growth that you're looking at.
Amazing. And how are you leveraging technology to enhance your operations and efficiencies?
Well, till date, we have been kind of using multiple products which can improve efficiency either at ops level or at project management level or at customer side or facility side. The multiple tools which are integrated, which are custom built as per our use case, and they all speak to each other. That is how we have been kind of built that. We believe that we are a physical company. Like we are extremely boring in nature. Technology kind of enables us to scale, but that doesn't become the forefront for us. So the forefront has to be physical, in person, touch and feel attitude, which is empowered with technology. That is what we believe.
Sure. I think it's a good convergence of ideas and collaboration,
Yes.
and co-working spaces and the flexi spaces are way to
Right.
be. How do you define DevX in 3 words?
DevX in?
3 words.
How do I define DevX in 3 words? I think it's dynamic and new age is how I would define DevX.
Wonderful. Your final words for young India.
Oh, young India, I am a true believer and extreme optimist as to where the country is heading towards. From a $4 trillion economy to reaching to a $10 trillion economy, and then obviously becoming a developed economy by 2047. If that vision needs to be achieved, it truly has to be done by the young Indians.
Absolutely.
The innovation that we have at the core of the country, I think it still needs to be unlocked. The moment we see that getting unlocked, we'll truly feel, believe, and witness as to what India can achieve in the world.
Absolutely. Truly delighted to be in this era.
Yes,
To see all
yes,
the growth.
indeed.
Absolutely. Wish you good luck at the
Thank you so
IPO
much.
markets.